We continue at 16 past 10. Clay Brizendine, our next guest. He's the director of Total Health Organization, THO. It's a company he founded to enable dreams to come through healthy living. And he joins us here this morning. You want folks to, enjoy their life,
right.
Fulfill their dreams, but do it in a healthy and maybe somewhat spiritual way at the same token, clearing their mind.
Yep, and we come at it from, I think, a different angle. So the two products that we have at THO, one is called Simplify to Amplify, which is an organizational training that talks about you don't just have to be physically healthy, but you need to be mentally, emotionally, and then have a purpose around all that too.
Yeah.
And then the book itself, Shoebox Letters.
Let's talk about this. This is your new book here. It's Shoebox Letters to real people, building real relationships, daughters to dads.
So this edition, Daughters to Dads, is 32 letters from daughters to their dads about the role that their dad has played in their life. So when you think about the emotional level and how important that dad's relationship is, especially with girls, I've got 2 and 1 on the way. It's a very special.
You're gonna have 3 girls. You got a girl on the way?
Girl on the way, December 27th.
So saving up for all those prom dresses?
Prom dresses, weddings, everything you can think of.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
and let's talk about that because, I mean, you're doing this to help other people, but you've probably pulled some information to help your life as well from reading some of these letters and compiling some of this information.
Absolutely. So the letters that are in there, when you read through them, there's some things that pop for you given your own situation, but then there's also things that pop because they haven't applied to you or they might later on down the road. And so you go, wow, that's something I need to keep in mind for 5, 10 years down the road when my kids start to drive or they're starting to date or whatever the case is. So
well, we all know growing up, we never said thank you to our parents enough, probably.
Right.
You take things for granted. I'm reading, I guess opening up, page here, 73. It's from Alice. She says, since I've never really told you what you've done for me as a dad, I'm writing this letter now to let you know how I feel. And then she brings up, different, going to Paoli Peaks there in Indiana, long bike rides, tennis.
Yeah.
It's those little things that you don't think have a long-term effect on your life.
And they all do. I mean, whatever you do, regardless of how small you think it is at the time, it adds up over time. And there's lots of those stories that are in the book. And I think for something like holiday where guys tend to get electronics, grill accessories, or a shirt and a tie, this is something a little bit different that I think could add some value to the home.
If you could spend a couple minutes a day or, you take a half hour a week here or there and just maybe not write a form letter, but write your thoughts down on paper to have to give to them.
Absolutely. Regardless of whether it's a small note in a lunchbox or it's a full-blown out letter, just the fact that you take the time to write something on paper and give it to somebody else makes them feel a ton better.
Just talking about this, just popped in my head. Remember my mom would write on my lunch bag.
Yeah.
My friends would make fun of me sometimes, but still she would write on my lunch bag. But you remember those things.
You
down
do,
the road,
absolutely.
Right?
We do that for our kids every now and then. They come home and they're like, this is awesome, thanks.
This is cool. I traded my lunch away for something better, but the bag was really cool.
And the note was great.
That's great. Clay Brizendine, again, the book is Shoebox Letters to real people, building real relationships. This is Daughters to Dads. Available
everywhere
books are sold. Perfect. Thanks so much, Clay. Nice to meet you.
Thanks.
Or nice to see you again.
Yeah.
You've been with us before. Thanks so much.
Yep.